5 friends, filled with the spirit of adventure, decided to explore the heart of Haiti. They were drawn to the island's vibrant culture and mysterious folklore. There was Liam, the level-headed leader. Next to him was Ava, the free spirit always up for a challenge. Ben, the skeptic of the group, trailed behind, his doubts masked by humor. Rounding out the group were Maya, the cautious one, and Noah, the documentarian, his camera never far from his grasp. Their destination, a secluded village nestled near a forest, rumored to hold ancient secrets. The moment they stepped off the plane, the humid air, thick with the scent of spices and something wild, enveloped them. The locals, their smiles warm and welcoming, spoke of the forest with a mixture of awe and fear. Legends were passed down through generations, whispers of a creature, a shapeshifter, lurking within the shadows. This creature they called the Loup-Garou. The village was a tapestry of vibrant colours, the scent of freshly baked bread heavy in the air. The friends were enchanted by the rhythm of daily life, the sound of drums echoing through the marketplace. Children with eyes as bright as the Caribbean Sea ran barefoot, their laughter ringing out like wind chimes. Yet, beneath the surface of this idyllic charm, a current of unease rippled through the air. The elders, their faces etched with time and wisdom, spoke of the forest with a reverence bordering on fear. Their words, translated by a kind shopkeeper, painted a chilling picture. The forest, they warned, was not a place for the faint of heart. It was a place where spirits dwelled, where ancient magic held sway, and where the Loup-Garou stalked its prey. Fueled by a potent mix of youthful bravado and insatiable curiosity, the friends dismissed the warnings of the villagers. They were, after all, seasoned travelers, their backpacks filled with maps and compasses. The stories of the Loup-Garou, they reasoned, were nothing more than folklore, tales spun to keep the children in line. And so, with a shared glance that spoke of excitement and a hint of trepidation, they ventured towards the forest's edge. The sunlight, dappled and hesitant, struggled to penetrate the dense canopy of leaves. The air, thick with the scent of damp earth and decaying wood, hung heavy and still. The deeper they ventured, the more oppressive the atmosphere became. Their laughter, once carefree, died in their throats, replaced by an uneasy silence broken only by the crunch of leaves beneath their feet. The forest seemed to close in around them, the trees, their branches gnarled and twisted, resembling grasping claws. The light, already struggling to penetrate the dense foliage, began to fade as the sun dipped below the horizon. Lost in the labyrinthine heart of the forest, the friends realized their arrogance had led them astray. Panic, sharp and cold, began to gnaw at the edges of their bravado. It was then that they heard it, a low growl, guttural and primal, echoing through the stillness. It was a sound that spoke of a hunger that ran deeper than any natural instinct, a hunger that chilled them to their very core. Their blood ran cold. Their hearts hammered against their ribs like trapped birds. They were not alone. Section 5. The Transformation. The creature emerged from the undergrowth with a horrifying fluidity, its eyes glowing with an unnatural light fixed on them. Fear, raw and paralyzing, rooted them to the spot. They watched, their breaths caught in their throats, as the creature, once human in appearance, began to transform. Its bones cracked and reformed, stretching its skin taut. Fur sprouted, thick and matted, covering its body. The air was filled with the stench of decay and something akin to wet fur. It was the stuff of nightmares, a grotesque mockery of both man and beast. The Loup-Garou, its transformation complete, stood before them, a terrifying testament to the truth behind the legends. The friends, their faces ashen, knew that their skepticism had come at a terrible price. Section 6. Hunted. The Loup-Garou lunged, its growl a guttural roar that shook the very foundations of the forest. Instinct took over. They scattered, their backpacks and cameras forgotten, their only thought to escape the nightmare unfolding before them. The forest floor, littered with decaying leaves and gnarled roots, became a treacherous obstacle course. Branches whipped at their faces, tearing at their clothes. Ava, her laughter and adventurous spirit now a distant memory, stumbled. She fell, her ankle twisting beneath her. Panic surged through her, a scream rising in her throat. The others, their own terror momentarily forgotten, turned back. But it was too late. Section 7. A Grim Return. The survivors, their clothes torn, their faces etched with terror and grief, stumbled back into the village. Their frantic words tumbled out, a torrent of fear and disbelief. The villagers listened, their faces grim, their eyes filled with a sorrow that spoke of a pain all too familiar. The elders nodded, their faces etched with a lifetime of knowledge, their silence more damning than any words. There would be no search party, not tonight. The Loup-Garou, they explained, was a creature of instinct, driven by an insatiable hunger. To venture into the forest now, under the pale light of the moon, would be to offer themselves as sacrifices. Their words, spoken with quiet authority, left no room for argument. Section 8. A Mother's Anguish. The weight of their friend's loss hung heavy in the air, a suffocating shroud. They had ventured into the forest seeking adventure, their cameras ready to capture the beauty of a world unknown. They had found instead a darkness that chilled them to their very core, a darkness that had claimed one of their own. But it was Ava's mother, her eyes red-rimmed, her face etched with an unbearable grief, who shattered their fragile composure. Her pain, raw and visceral, resonated through the small hut. It spoke of a bond broken, a future stolen. It was a reminder that some wounds, like the bite of the Loup-Garou, could never truly heal. Section 9. The Scent of Blood. As dawn broke, painting the sky in hues of pink and gold, a search party was formed. The villagers, armed with machetes and an ancient knowledge of the forest, moved with a quiet determination. The air, thick with the scent of dew-laden leaves and something faintly metallic, hung heavy and still. They found Ava's remains deep within the forest, her camera lying shattered nearby. The villagers, their faces grim, spoke in hushed whispers of the creature's brutality, of the curse that haunted their land. They spoke of the Loup-Garou's insatiable hunger, a hunger that could never be sated, a hunger that bound it to a cycle of violence and despair. Section 10. Never Forgotten. The surviving friends, their faces etched with grief and a newfound understanding of the darkness that lurked beneath the surface of the world, left the village. They carried with them the weight of Ava's memory, the echo of her laughter, and the chilling realization that some legends are rooted in a terrifying truth. They had journeyed to Haiti seeking adventure, but they left forever marked by the encounter, forever haunted by the creature that stalked their dreams. The Loup-Garou, a creature of myth and legend, a terrifying embodiment of the darkness that resides in the human heart, remained. It lurked at the edges of the forest, its presence a constant reminder of the fragility of life, the power of belief, and the haunting truth behind the whispers on the wind. It would wait, they knew, for its next victims, its hunger never sated, its hunt never over.